All right, welcome back. Now, before we go into that conversation, we want to cross over to our very own Noah Kipkemboy in the CBD, who will be talking to us about something that the CBK has launched just to be able to allow you and enable you to invest in government bonds and securities. Noah, good afternoon.
Indeed, one of the key agendas for the new government has been digitization of government processes to make it easier. And when you talk about central bank, and Jimmy, from yesterday going back, if you wanted to get some government securities, talk about T-bills or T-bonds, it was quite a process. You had to go to CBK with the papers, and we are in 2023. Technology is there. How can you make this easy? And that's how the system, and CBK have dubbed it the Dhow, Central Securities Depository System, has been brought on board to make sure that people are able to utilize technology to access government securities at the comfort of wherever they are, Jimmy, which is very, very critical. Now, you can do this on the website. There is a web platform. Then there is an application called Dhow CSD, and we also have there is the mobile option of an SSD code that you can utilize later on. But at this particular moment, I'm joined by Stella Soke, who's fixed income and economic analyst at Standard Investment Bank. Stella, I mean, technology catches up with us whether we like it or not. What does this mean for the Kenyan market, especially when it comes to acquiring government securities?
Well, first of all, we commend the Central Bank of Kenya for this particular move. It's a move that we expect to make work easier, make bidding easier for people who are interested in government securities, that is bonds and bills. And in general, we expect to see more activity in that market, given that now the platform will be available for retailers and even the diaspora market who maybe could not be able to come to Kenya or send someone else to come to Kenya, which would mean exposing your KYC or important information about yourself. So we see the diaspora being able to access the market, being able to bid, being able to participate even more in the debt market in Kenya.
Now, bringing this platform alive, what might be the intention?
Well, we think that given the government's recent switch to more borrowing in the domestic market, we've seen the government increase the borrowing target, the domestic borrowing target, a bit higher than what was done in the previous fiscal year. So it's a move we'd expect as the government pushes to bring in more activity and more participation into the market. So reason number one we'd say is to populate or to ramp up the participation of the locals as well as the diaspora market. Number two, we think of bringing in diaspora performance, given that now we are in need of dollar inflows into the country in terms of we need to repay our debts, which are mostly denominated in dollars. That is for the external borrowing. We also have a bond, a euro bond that is due in June of 2024. So we expect all this activity to be geared towards mobilizing more borrowing or more funding to the government and also increasing diaspora remittances, which will in the end or consequently increase forex reserves that come into the country.
And before I let you go, have you interacted with the system, its user interface? How easy is it to navigate? And what are the initial requirements for somebody to sign onto this particular system, the Dhow?
Well, Yes, I have. I have interacted with the system, and it's just the usual KYC that one is required for any account opening, for example, a bank account. So you'll need your ID, a copy of it, because you'll be required to upload at some point. You'll also need a KRA PIN and a photo of yourself, a passport, which you'll be able to upload into the system. So it's basically the usual KYC that we are required to have when opening an account or opening anything with the government. And I'd say that the user interface is, well, it's easy to navigate, but I'd think or recommend that the CBK give a training or have somewhere in their website whereby they have to, or they direct or instruct a new user on how to go about or to navigate through the system. Either way, after opening the account or registering in the CBK website, you will be able to use the USSD, the *866 hash, and that one is a bit easier to navigate. Just like buying credit or using M-Pesa, it's very well planned and brought out.
All right, thank you very much, Noah, and of course, we'll be looking forward to that story. And I hope you have invested in